And of course we've got to start with the Mike linebacker, and one of my favorite. He has become now one of my favorite overall players in the entire football team, and that's Ernest Hausman. Came from Nebraska a few years back, and he has just become an absolute unit in on defense. I would argue one of the key reasons that Michigan won some of those games over the, obviously with the one of the worst passing offenses in the country aside from service academies, the defense had to step up, and Ernest Hausman has earned. I think he has cemented more than many. He has cemented his start in this position. TJ, what's your take on Ernest Hausman and what he's brought to Michigan football?
All Big Ten level caliber player. When he first got here his first year, he transitioned well, was a very good depth piece, had a lot of rotation. And then early this year, there was some question marks like, what is going on? We see some missed tackles, we see some missed assignments, we see some blown running lanes. Like, he's not filling gaps properly. He's getting lost in coverage. Like, it was just, but we we watch, as the season progressed, we saw, no. There was an acclimation phase with Wink Martindale's defense. And then once they got it and Wink Martindale made some adjustments, boom, Ernest Hausman, we're going to talk about Jay Sean Barnum in a bit. They dominated. They literally dominated on the field, heat-seeking missiles. They got comfortable. It seemed like the play slowed down. I anticipate personally an all Big Ten, first team, all Big Ten level year from Ernest Hausman next year. I really do. I think they're going to just crush it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Ernest Hausman just got back, by the way. He was in Uganda, bringing clean water to villagers for spring break. That's so cool. So somebody who's kind of taking that Blake Corum mentality, kind of on and off the field, kind of helping people out. So very cool. And yeah, just an incredible player. All Big Ten, as you said, honorable mention, coaches and media, but really, just like 89 tackles is a lot of tackles, 2 sacks. We've got an interception in there. He is a great player, and here's his trip to Uganda here.
Yeah, so he is a foundation. He's a part of it's Support 1 Million Wells. Again, another foundation if anyone wants to donate, 1millionwells.org. And he's honored to announce that he has accepted an invitation to become a partner with them. So that's cool. Again, though, just, doing great things, not only in Ann Arbor, but around the world, man.
Absolutely. So next up, we've got somebody who I'm excited to see what he's going to be capable of this year. And that's Cole Sullivan. Obviously did have a couple of appearances. He had the appearance versus Northwestern, where he did have 2 solo tackles. He had an assist in that game. So, and he was in 12 games on special teams, and I feel like that's notable as a freshman to have that bit of productivity there. And I feel like he is gonna have some more time, given how Wink Martindale likes to rotate players in and out. I think Cole will get his opportunities in this position.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cole Sullivan is a fan favorite ever since he became a committed Michigan. Listen, we're talking heat-seeking missiles. This kid's a heat-seeking missile. There was some anticipation he would have a little bit larger of a role in his freshman year 2, and I think we can confidently say he will have a role. Very talented. All the reports out of like practice and camp and stuff like that over the past year, he gets it. Like he's one of those players that understands it, gets it, has a good feel for the game, plays at the right speed. I anticipate Cole Sullivan to have a breakout year. Now, not all Big Ten caliber level, but I mean, like, in his opportunity on the field, he's going to make plays. And you're going to know, after Ernest Hausman, Cole Sullivan is going to step right in and either play similarly or elevate the position. I mean, and that's saying a lot, because I just said Ernest Hausman's going to be first team all Big Ten caliber level play next year. Yeah, we're healthy. I mean, we are very healthy for the future. It's a great position, and I know we're going to talk about the rest of the depth here. Jaden Hood, obviously a veteran who's been around for a little while, John. Just adds depth. And then you got Jason Hewlett, who's a bit of a developmental project. And then a player that we don't have mentioned, who is on the middle linebacker, is the big recruit of last season at the linebacker position, Nathan Owasu Boateng. So we're talking loaded here, man. Like the middle linebacker position is in a very healthy, good spot. Brian Jean-Marie, this is, he's heading this group, and we're going to find out another 2026 year what they do here. Word is out of Ann Arbor that they're looking to like really stack this linebacker room because, last class, they only got Chase Taylor and Nathan Owasu Boateng. This year, they're looking to hit even more home runs. So, yeah, very excited for what's going on here. Very happy in the long-term outlook of this position.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, how could you Nathaniel Owasu Boateng, what a huge get that was from a recruiting perspective. So excited to see what he can do. And before we get to the Will linebacker, we do have a first time viewer.
Shout out Gage.
So Gage Warren, this is a tradition we do at Voice of College Football. We're going to do it here. Welcome to the Voice of College Football. Gage, thank you so much for being here. We always appreciate our first-time viewers, and I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you stick around and you watch some more episodes. If you like what you hear.
Absolutely. And if there's any other first-time viewers or first-time commenters, go for it, man. We love seeing the different faces in the community. It means a lot. I'm glad to have you here, man. Enjoy. Have a seat. Looking forward to seeing you more in the future.
For sure. So you mentioned it earlier, and we are going to obviously start with this player, Jayshawn Barham, who another player that just has kind of blown up and really would love to see him have a breakout year playing complementary football with the hopefully improved offense. He's somebody who in the Michigan State game absolutely balled out with 9 tackles, 7 solo tackles. So that was really good. He did have all 13 games to start, 66 tackles, and 2 pass breakups. And he was an academic all Big Ten honoree. So not only is he working on it on the field, but he's taking care of business off the field also. Jayshawn Barham, what are you excited about for him coming back?
Domination, John. He played at such an elite level last year. He could have maybe went to the NFL. Maybe, they thought about moving him to Sam position. He doesn't want to quite make that transition because it'll be his first year. But shoot, man, he's going to be back at weak side, the Will position. I anticipate Ernest Hausman and Jayshawn Barham to honestly dominate. And that's not like, look, we saw it mid-year, October onward, better and better and better and faster and quicker and strong. Like, dude, they just, I'm excited. It could be the best linebacker duo we've had in a while. And I know we've had some good linebackers like Devin Bushes of the world, but like a duo like this, I don't know, man. When was the last time we had 2 all Big Ten level first team? Junior Colson, Michael Barrett was a pretty good duo, but I really believe this might be an elevated level of play here. And I'm excited about it. This is one of, Wink Martindale talks about, if anyone listened to his interview we did about a couple weeks ago, he's anticipating an elite defense next year. These dudes are going to be, the core, the anchor of this defense, the middle of this defense. They're going to be shutting the running game down, being in the pass game. Yeah, domination is my word for Jayshawn Barham.
Yeah, credited with 5 stops at Ohio State. So just one of the players that when people are like, oh well, it was just Ryan Day's terrible decision making. Well, yeah, that's part of it, but the defense played out of their minds in that game, and we can't forget that either. And Jayshawn Barham was absolutely a part of that.
No doubt. And it's again, and great to have him back. Glad to have him back, and looking forward to another strong year.
For sure. And then rounding it out for number 2 position, you got Jimmy Rolder, who did have a couple of games here in the non-con that he had some career highs. 5 tackles against Arkansas State, including 3 of them as solo tackles, a tackle for loss against Fresno State. And so 26 total tackles. It's pretty strong for somebody who obviously he's appeared, but he's not really taken a starting position. So what do you expect from Jimmy Rolder, and is he going to maybe elevate his game a little bit, do you think?
As long as he stays healthy, I anticipate an impact player, a player who can produce in a depth position, getting the opportunity to potentially take the torch for next year. Jimmy Rolder is a player who's actually had his moments, had some bright spots in his game. Consistency is a thing for him, but also remaining healthy is a thing for him. Great athlete. We all know he has great times. Former baseball prospect. Just again, quality depth. The linebacker position's in a very healthy position, both at the Mike and the Will. Our 2 deep, Ernest Hausman, Jay Sean Barham, Cole Sullivan, and Jimmy Rolder. Hey, it's good. Like, there's no concern here. We're in a great position. Looking forward to watching these guys take the field. And if we're getting on some more of this depth here, John,
yes.
Troy Bowles, Troy Bowles is the big one.
Former Georgia linebacker switched to Michigan.
Big time recruit coming out of high school. The son of was Todd Bowles of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach. Look, his word is it's playing time. It's playing time and opportunity. He's going to get that here, right? He's going to get development. He's going to get strength and conditioning, all that. Not that you don't get it at Georgia, but you can get when you go to schools like Georgia or Alabama or even Ohio State. Like, there's a depth. Listen, there's a lot of depth at some of these positions. Like look at Jameson Williams, who transferred from Ohio State and went to Alabama, right? Like, there's a lot of quality depth in some of these programs when they don't get the opportunity. But we'll see if Todd Bowles can crack some of the 2 deep or get some rotation, maybe some special team snaps. We'll see. But an extremely highly rated player come out of high school. We'll see what he can do at Michigan.
Yeah, Troy Bowles, obviously. Yeah. You had Todd Bowles, who's now the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So there's a lineage there, football lineage, for sure. And finally, Chase Taylor. So this is somebody, somebody who Brian Jean-Marie was able to acquire, and three-star linebacker, but highly recruited player, and someone who hails from Georgia. So he is. We have him at the 4 position right now for the Will.
Yeah, and I'm high on Chase. I'm high. Someone's gonna clip that. I'm high on Chase Taylor, man. Like, I like coming out of high school. He was one of my favorite recruits coming out of high school. I think he's underrated. I know the Michigan staff actually believes a lot in him. They think he can play all over the field. I think there's a lot of potential here, but that's the type of kid who's going to need 2 to 3 years of development. And then you may see him, get on the field. Not even may. I expect you will see him get on the field. And we'll see what level of play he can get to. But I think his huddle film is really good. I see a blue chip player. I know he was rated as a 3-star, but at the end of the day, man, I think, again, our linebacker room core, great position for the future, for the present. And let's see what they do for 2026. I know we're doing the depth chart, but if we're looking at the true longevity of the position, let's see if they hit some home runs. But we're in a good spot right now. Brian Jean-Marie has it in a healthy spot. But let's see let's hope they can just maintain it and keep building it.